Saturday, Saturday, Saturday. Saturday means I play my Fealty decks that I'm going through for a while. These decks are kind of boring, but they're also a bit refreshing because they're just sort of like normal decks. They're old school Fealty decks, just playing the good cards of the faction, nothing fancy, nothing too stupid. Well, we're playing Greyjoy today, so there's at least some amount of stupid, but it's not Sea of Blood at least. So let's look at the Greyjoy Fealty deck that I have. Oh, goodness, excuse me. Not too much to say. This is mostly some standard Greyjoy stuff. Again, Iron Mines did get restricted with the new restricted list, so I've kept trade routes and cut Iron Mines, and I just have bodyguards instead. And like, if anything, it makes me happier because now I can play Peace and Prosperity because I have 6 attachments and plenty of like 2 cost or 1 cost locations, stuff like that. So that's fine. I guess I should talk about plots first. I'm not too sure how I feel about the plots. I'm very tempted to replace We Take Westeros with a Noble Cause because I don't like only having 2 real money plots. But we're going to stick with what we have for now. The others are pretty standard. Valar Morghulis, Forced March, Draw Plot, and Confiscation. I guess we're just going to try it and see what happens, yeah. But I really am tempted to replace this. It's not always good. Sometimes it randomly will win you the game, but sometimes it's really not actually that useful. Anyways, looking at the draw deck, I decided to go with the 3 big guys of Asha, 6 Euron, and 7 Victarion. Because this Euron and this Victarion are both really ridiculous and sort of overpowered. So we've basically got a heavy warship theme in the deck. The other Greyjoy big character is Balon. I didn't want to use the core set Balon because there's like no strength buffs or unopposed really that goes with him in a significant way. And I don't want to use the new Balon, even though that's my favorite version of him because he's a faction card Neil. And I'm playing Fealty as my agenda, so that's my faction card Neil, and I don't want to run more things that Neil the faction card. So I tossed in 1 copy of King Balon. I don't think he's as good. He's still pretty good. He's worth 1 copy. Then the other characters, Eager Deckhand because we have Warships, Drown God Fanatic because we're playing Greyjoy. Let's see, I don't know why Maester Muir found his way in here. I guess I just kind of needed some filler here in these spots. Carl the Maid, Drum, Knight, Reader. Reader is loyal, so that's why he's in there. Theon, Triss, just a bunch of like fairly useful looking Greyjoy characters in here. And then also Littlefinger because I was like, well, he draws cards, so that's pretty good. And card draw can often be an issue. Sometimes you're set on card draw if you can play Asha or play Great Kraken, but if you don't, you can have problems with card draw as Greyjoy for sure. But Rhymes with Meek also helps with that. This is a new event that I've actually think is pretty decent in Greyjoy because I've found that I can quite often draw 3 cards with it, and it's definitely worth playing when it draws 3 cards. And even drawing 2 is pretty good, and it's loyal, so you can play it for 0 gold, draw 2 if you need to, which is nice. Then we have these 2 events, because of course we do. And we have our locations, which is the money locations, Great Hall, Sea Tower, and Refurbished Hulk. Then we've got a couple of Jade Sea Dromans. The Dromans and Refurbished Hulk can be put into play with Silence, which is kind of dank. And some warships to round it out. Maiden's Bane, Grey Ghost, Great Kraken. Maybe a little bit light on the warships, but as always, I tend to favor going sort of lean on the warships and trying to have just enough to make it work, because a lot of them feel extraneous. I don't like including locations that aren't actually very useful, but just have the warship trait. So like Iron Victory and things like that, I'm not a big fan of. So that's what we're doing here. And I believe that all 3 of Asha, yes, Asha, Euron, and what's-his-face, Victarion, they are all captains. So that makes Maiden's Bane very useful. Any of those 3. Oh, a mirror match, but it's Red Door, Great Kraken, alright. Well, that's interesting, I guess. Should I keep a 3-5 setup? Yeah, because it's a decent Peace and Prosperity. start. So let's go for it. Not the best setup, but not the worst. I really don't want to like redraw and then not have locations or whatever. Well, look at that. He's just starting with a bunch of warships. Let's see if he does Valor Morghulis. Oh, I got him, Summer Harvest. Sometimes when people only set up locations, they'll do Valor Morghulis first plot when I have no locations and only characters, but definitely correct of him to not try that because I do have Risen from the Sea. I'm Greyjoy, so that would have been a bad idea for him. This is definitely a good start because he's starting with 0 characters and he missed on Summer Harvest. I mean, he still has 5 gold, which is like decent, but I'm way ahead on board starting the game, obviously. So hopefully I can carry that into a win. We'll see. Hell yeah. What? He's playing hell yeah. That's just weird. Sure, let's cancel that. Why not? Canceled an eager deckhand there. Of course, if he just has another warship, yeah, he just saves. That makes sense. Saving 3 gold even. Interesting, because he could have just paid 2 to marshal the eager deckhand normally. Not sure what's up with that. Well, there's no milk targets, which is kind of sad. But we can play Asha, which is what we will do. And we also have We Do Not Sow, so that's nice. So I'm assuming he's just going to pass here. Greyjoy is not a faction that has like ambush, challenge phase shenanigans. Like he should not even do... Well, I guess he can do a power challenge and then I'll have to defend it because the threat of We Do Not Sow. I don't want him to discard my Great Hall. But that's fine if he wants to do that. If not for... Oh, also Great Kraken. Yeah, I don't want him to get unopposed. But if not for those considerations, like in this situation, you wouldn't even want to attack on power as this guy. Because you would just get an unopposed power on your house card that I would take back for free with my power challenge. And I'm thinking that maybe he's committed to doing Valor Morghulis at this point. That's what it would be suggested by him saving the 3 gold and not even marshalling an eager deckhand. Oh, that's disappointing. Well, that's what you get when you play Summer Harvest and start with only locations. I guess let's try again. I guess let's try again. No Sea of Blood, please. Okay, it's Stark. So, even though I don't like... Oh, no. Well, I would actually set this up 6-2-0. And it would be pretty reasonable, but since he's Stark, I have to be scared of March to the Wall. Damn, this is... Of course, look at this. This is so bad it's not even funny. Well, it's playable if he does not play March to the Wall. If he plays March to the Wall, then I probably lost the game. Probably lost if he plays that. Man, that feels bad. Mulligan, and that's what you draw. Oh, goodness, I'm saved. Now, do I go first? I don't know. I guess because I have Balon, I should go first. Let's do it. Alright, so we always do this. And we probably always marshal Euron here. Because he's super duper ridiculously good. And then this can put the Jade Sea Drummond into play. So that's a pretty good start. Hopefully no Marriage Pact. Marriage Pact is the card that will make me sad if he has it. Although even then, he can only Marriage Pact one of them. I guess Mira Reed on Euron is also pretty strong. But he played Noble Cause, so surely he's going to like Marshall Robb or Wyman or something. Well, that is a lady. It's not a scary one. There's Mira Reed. She just went into shadows there. Hopefully she will stay in play and we can put Milk on her next turn. See how good Milk is? Like, you just need Milk. You need it, man. Alright, bring her out. Come on. I guess technically it might be better for him to wait for Euron to declare a challenge and then bring Mira Reed out of shadows. I don't know. But this is obviously the play for now. Yeah, there she is. Oh, okay, I have a bodyguard. I'm safe. I was about to say I'm going to be screwed from military claim, but I have a bodyguard. Oh, and he defended it. Well, that makes things easier. Although I guess he can always just stand there with the Northern Armory. Luckily, blanking Euron does not stop this from happening. So I still get to do intrigue. Yep, there's the Northern Armory. He definitely might as well use it this turn, because if he doesn't, there's like a high chance I would discard it with the Jade Sea Dromond. Oh, I have a Risen from the Sea as well. Why did I think I didn't have a Risen from the Sea? I thought I like had no saves. I actually had 2. I probably should have used the Risen, because he's probably going to discard it here with the claim. Oh, he got Milk. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, all 3 of those were ridiculously good cards. So now what do I do? Probably a draw plot. I could have done Jade Sea Dromond into We Take Westeros to put the Dromond back. Probably not really worth it. Yeah, I really need cards, so let's go for this. Late Summer Feast, that's interesting. So I really just have to hope that he doesn't have a way to put Mira Reed back into shadows. Because if he doesn't, then Euron's going to be bad news for him. But if he does, then I'm going to be sad. Looks like he's forced to give me a warship for silence. Yeah, that's nice. And Victarion, obviously really good. We missed on the attachment, that's sad. Oh, I drew Milk. Get wrecked. That's pretty good. I don't really want to marshal another big character, though, because I don't want to get blown out by Valar Dohaeris. Now, he might not even have it, but if he does have it, I have to be careful. But it's probably worth it to bring out Asha, because her ability can just find more big guys to deal with that. So I think that's going to be the plan. Oh man, I don't have enough gold to do Asha and Milk. That's really sad. But we still just have to do this, right? Have to do it. It only makes sense. Oh well, that's sad. Good thing I marshaled another character there. And bad thing that I don't draw any small characters and don't draw any Drowned God Fanatics. That's really fun when that happens. That's surprising that he's not running March to the Wall when he's using Ramsay Snow. Maybe I'll do Valar Morghulis now? Because he's down to 2 cards and he's got a lot of junk. I mean, he'll just have a milked Catelyn, which isn't that threatening. Alright. Yeah, military doesn't really matter, so let's just do this first. Alright, he doesn't feel like losing the military. That's fine. Oh yeah, and he has Late Summer Feast. That's pretty nice of him. Shoot. Well, I can't win Intrigue with Asha, which is really sad. Wait, can I? Yeah, I can if stealthing Catelyn will win it. Well, that's definitely what we're going to go for. So now if I wait 1 turn on Valar Morghulis, I can potentially save 2 large characters with Bodyguard and Risen, so probably hold off for a turn on that. Got Greatjon Umber? Oh no, that was the Pillage. Got Frozen Solid. Well, that's good too. Should I get a dupe? Yeah, sure. I guess I should do this. Yeah. Oh no, maybe not. Because he can defend from Donella Hornwood. Yeah, I think we'll just sit. Damn, got the other milk with 8 cards in hand? That's insane. That hurts a lot, man. That milk would have been good. There's a small character, finally. He should still declare this challenge. Oh no, he just gave me dominance for no reason there. He could have done the challenge and then I would defend it and we'd tie dominance. Now I could do trade routes, but I want to save trade routes for after Valar Morghulis. I guess I could do confiscation, but that seems bad. We'd say Westeros has no targets. I guess I'll do Force March, even though it's pretty bad. 9 initiative still lets me go first. Yeah, he's doing this so he can put Mirror Reed back in Shadows again. Oh, Rickon, that's sad. He got the Mirror Reed trigger, though. He got what he was after. Do I actually kneel Euron here? Probably do, because he's going to get blanked. Nah, it's not worth it. Yeah, I don't have any more warships in hand, so that definitely wasn't worth it to do that. Alright, so we do this. We do this. And do we just put all of the saves on the board? Maybe? I'm not sure. I am not sure. Don't think I need Rhymes with Meek. Man, I'm not sure what to do here. I don't think he's running Valar Dohaeris at this point. And even if he was, I'm not sure it would even help him that much, looking at his board. I don't think it would, so I think I'm safe throwing stuff out. That's going to be the plan. Going to throw some stuff on the board. 1 gold for we do not sow. Maester Vyman. I do not even remember what this guy does. Oh, I guess you use this to put power on Catelyn. That makes sense. Sacrifice Arya to kill a character with strength 3 or lower. I guess he doesn't feel like marshalling that card. I've literally never seen this Arya used, ever. The one that he just marshaled there. Never seen it. Nope, not this time. We had to draw the cancel sooner or later. Not this time, my friend. Well, given the state of his board, we do military first with this guy. Oh, I see. So he gets to do that. And then he's going to do Mirror Read again. Well, that's smart. But I made him sacrifice a character, so it was worth it. Now I'm going to do Asha to try and search for a warship to stand Euron. Blanked my Victarion. Very rude. Fear cuts deeper than swords, and discarded the Arya. Interesting. I don't know that I have anything in my deck that would work with Fear cuts deeper than swords. I think it has to be Grey Ghost here, because Maiden's Bane won't work. Yeah, I can't get the unopposed with my Victarion here. But with Grey Ghost, I can get an unopposed, because I can prevent her from defending. And that's pretty good. So I could do We Do Not Sow, but I'd really just rather draw 2 cards, I think. Let's put Mirror Read down. I don't feel like doing Military Claim. And that's fine, discarding a small dude. Now that I finally have one in play, it's not a big deal. Okay, I think I'm going to use the Jade Sea Dromans now. Yeah, literally only so that I can do We Take Westeros next plot. I guess I could also do Valar Morghulis. Oh, goodness. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. No, no. If he sniffs it out and he does his Valar, or he does Bloody Flux, that completely wrecks me. I don't want to risk that, so I'm going to do Confiscation. Oh, okay. Well, I should have done it. Should have done it. So maybe next turn I'll do Valar Morghulis now, since it doesn't seem like he has any kind of trickery that he's going to try to pull on me. Do I marshal Littlefinger? I don't really want to marshal anything if I'm just going to do Valar, but I guess drawing cards is always good. I play anything else? I don't think I want to play anything else. We can even give Littlefinger a save. It's pretty funny. Alright, and this way Euron has 2 saves. So now if he does a counter Valar, Euron will still be on the board and I'll win. See, look how good Milk of the Poppy is. Imagine if this Catelyn didn't have Milk of the Poppy on her. It'd be such a different game. He played the North Remembers. What the hell? I feel like that will bother him more than me, but it lets him do Mirror Read, so that's probably why he did it. So now he can do Mirror Read on 2 of my characters, using Jon Snow to get the other one. Okay. Yeah, let's do this to start, since military still just doesn't matter very much. Let's do this. I don't really want to declare an intrigue, do I? I don't think I do. Let's just get a power with this character. Give me a warship. Oh yeah. That's what I like to see. And now I'll do this, because he has to like sacrifice a dude and use Mirror Read again or do something. Oh, he's just going to take it. Well, that's fine. That makes sense, because he can basically stand, what's her name, Mirror Read anyways by using Jon Snow, if he really wants to do that. There it is. I wonder what is his restricted card at this point. I don't think he's played any restricted cards, has he? Not that I can see. Interesting, maybe he just hasn't drawn it. Alright, I guess I'm going to do Valar Morghulis. I just don't feel safe, but let's see what happens. Oh, we got him. We got him. He didn't have an answer. Well, I think we win now. Look at his plot deck. He has Late Summer Feast, Trading with the Pentoshi, and Calling the Banners, and a Noble Cause. His plot is like nothing but money. He hasn't played any draw plots. He's been out of cards for like at least 2 turns. Need some counting coppers in here, man. So I definitely could have done that Valar last turn and won the game faster. But like I said, I really like to be better safe than sorry. I'm very like paranoid about people sniffing that out and punishing me. Let's just play the knight. Why not? Oh, I skipped my marshalling somehow. I didn't mean to skip my marshalling. I don't know how I did that, but I don't think it matters. I think I can probably win from here. I think I can probably win. Oh, I was supposed to use Euron there. Probably doesn't matter. Let's do this. Because why not? Because that's the real trick, is Asha Greyjoy, Maiden's Bane against one character. Turns out that's pretty good. Yeah. Turns out that's pretty good. Now there's Ward. That was his restricted card. Looks like we pillaged that. Well, I didn't play any characters that could have been hit with Ward for like, I don't know. The only character that ever came out on my side that he could have used Ward on was, what was it? Like a eager deckhand? Wouldn't have really mattered much. So yeah, Ward wasn't going to do anything there. That is a symptom of getting stuck with only your 6 and 7 cost characters and not having any small characters. You get owned by Ramsay Snow, but you don't have to worry about Ward. Oh, I was supposed to stand Victarion and get more renown there. I messed up. Getting lazy over here. Yeah, like Victarion could have gotten another renown that phase. But I don't know that it matters. Like, what can he do? I don't know. He needs a reset and a draw plot. And even if he has them, he can only do one at a time. There it is. So he did have it. He was waiting. Now I can no longer... So I guess that's one nerf that Greyjoy got, is that you can no longer, how do you say, use this to get an Iron Mines back when the opponent Valars you. I guess that's kind of a thing. But he's still super dead. I mean, look. He's still very dead here. I guess it's good that I passed marshalling last round because I have more characters for this one. Let's just do this. Still super duper dead. Super duper dead. Ah, there's Ward. That's rude. Should have saved the We Do Not Sow for that. He freaking got me with that. Maybe he's going to play the North Remembers. He just kneeled his faction card for some reason. Sure, let's Maiden's Bane, why not? And get some great Kraken power. And And now I win with a power challenge from either of the characters. Yep. So he got derped out by Greyjoy there. You can see how dumb and powerful Greyjoy is, that even though he was doing some serious mirror read tricks and kept like Euron and Victarion from ever mattering with their abilities, I still just ended up out pressuring him and winning the game. Because Greyjoy, just too ridiculous. Although I do also blame his plot deck. Like, what is his plot deck? I like money plots as much as the next guy. I really like economy plots. But he went too heavy on the money and too light on the card draw. Like, where was his card draw? He needed at least accounting coppers or something like that. So that's unfortunate. He also wasn't playing Milk, or if he did, he never saw it. And as you can see, Milk of the Poppy can decide the game. Imagine if he put Milks on my guys in addition. Now I have Confiscation because you always have to have Confiscation for Milk of the Poppy, but still. So play Milk, play draw plots, and he would have had a better chance. I'm also super lucky that he didn't play March to the Wall. Because if he just played March to the Wall, like, he could have won the game right away. But luckily for me, he did not. That was the Greyjoy dumb stuff. So you can see how ridiculous the Euron is with putting Silence into play, and then every single turn, Silence is putting more 2 and 3 cost locations into play for free. It's pretty ridiculous. This guy, turns out he's pretty good. And, like, if he wasn't getting blanked by Mirror Read every turn, he just dominates the game so much it's ridiculous. He's like Great John Umber, but he has 3 icons instead of 2, and the stand is unconditional. It doesn't have to be military, you don't even have to win the challenge, and it doesn't matter how many plot cards you have. You know, as long as you have a warship, you can just stand him. So, he's pretty dumb. Alright, that's enough for today.